Hello, I'm Catherine Watkin from Business from the Heart, and thank you so much for signing up to receive my 10 top tips on how to get more clients saying yes without being salesy. Over the next 10 days I'm going to be sharing with you certain things that you need to do to get more clients saying yes to working with you more often and without using manipulative sales techniques. I call it selling from the heart. Now the first tip in this series is this: don't try to sell. Now you might be wondering what's going on here, because you've signed up to receive these tips because I've told you I can show you how to sell to your clients with more congruence and authenticity, and here I am on day one telling you not to sell. Well, that's absolutely right, because in my opinion it's trying to sell that causes so many of the problems in the first place. To begin with, you probably don't like salespeople much, do you? So of course, if you set out to sell, you're almost definitely going to feel uncomfortable about it, and the client's going to pick up on that. In addition, if you try to use sales techniques, you might feel very self-conscious and be wondering whether the client can see straight through you and think that you're out for your own benefit instead of having their best interests at heart, which of course you do, don't you? So, and the other thing of course is that if you're not comfortable about selling and you set out to try and sell to somebody, chances are that through feeling nervous and through not feeling completely in control of the conversation, you risk just talking at the client instead of forming a true heartfelt connection with them. And of course, if the client feels talked at, they feel that you're just trying to sell them something, they're going to back off from you. So my best advice to you is forget all about trying to sell and instead focus on matching. Now I'm assuming here that you've got certain gifts and talents that can make a huge difference to people's physical, emotional and spiritual well-being if only they'll agree to work with you as a client. And that potential client has got some problem or pain that they're seeking help with. So when you're having that initial conversation with them, just focus on getting to know them. Really listen to them, be very curious about what's going on for them, get to understand what their problem is, and that way when you've got a real understanding of where they're coming from, you'll be able to decide with absolute integrity whether or not what you can offer really can help them. And of course, if you truly believe you can help them, when you make the recommendation that client works with you, it's going to feel so much more congruent and so much more from the heart, and it'll be so much more likely that the client will agree to work with you. So go ahead, next time you're speaking to a client in that initial conversation, just put your energy on focusing on whether or not you're a good match for that client, and I promise you'll find the process flows a whole lot more smoothly than perhaps you're used to. So I hope you found today's tip useful, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for tip number 2.